Let's talk about something that happens to even the best leaders out there. It's this phenomenon where good, even great leaders just get stuck. They hit a plateau. Today, we're going to break down why this happens and what's really going on behind the scenes. So let me ask you, have you ever felt that? You're doing all the right things, your career's moving along, but suddenly you feel like you've just hit a wall, an invisible ceiling. It's a super common feeling, and it's almost never about a lack of skill or drive. Nope, it's something much, much deeper, a defense mechanism that we all have a tendency to build. And this invisible ceiling, we call it the wall of self-preservation. Think of it like a fortress you build around yourself, brick by brick, to protect your ego, your reputation, your comfort zone. And yeah, it feels really safe inside. But here's the catch. The very same wall that promises safety is actually a cage. It's what locks us into professional mediocrity. Okay, so how does this wall even get built in the first place? Well, one of the biggest culprits is a mindset that's really easy to fall into. We're going to call it the transaction trap. It's a subtle but incredibly powerful way of thinking that just keeps reinforcing that wall. Let's break this down. On one side, you've got that transactional mindset. Every single interaction is subconsciously filtered through the question, what's in it for me? It's all very guarded, very quid pro quo, and every time you operate this way, you're adding another brick to that wall. But on the other side, you've got the relational mindset. The question here is totally different. What can we build together? See the shift? Suddenly, interactions become open, they're collaborative, and you actually start dismantling the wall instead of building it higher. Living behind this wall, it might feel secure, right? But playing it safe, it comes at a huge, huge cost. And it doesn't just hold you back. It creates this ripple effect that can seriously undermine your team and even your entire organization. Let's really look at the dangers here. Seriously, when a leader is stuck in self-preservation mode, the fallout is massive. Team innovation, it just withers and dies because nobody feels safe enough to take a risk. Trust and psychological safety, they completely erode because everything feels calculated, not genuine. This, of course, leads to career stagnation for the leader, but it also infects the whole team with a sense of mediocrity. Everyone starts playing it safe, and just think of all the missed opportunities. Okay, so that all sounds pretty bad. We get the problem, we understand the wall, and we see how the transaction trap builds it. But here's the great news. There is an incredibly powerful way to tear it all down. The answer isn't some complicated theory, it's about fundamentally changing how you connect with people by building what we can call 6-star relationships. And this is a super practical framework for taking a sledgehammer to that wall. Let's walk through it. Star 1, be genuinely present. I mean, really present. Put the phone down, look people in the eye, and show them they matter. Star 2, be deeply curious. Don't just ask surface-level stuff. Dig deeper to really understand where someone is coming from. Star 3, be appropriately vulnerable. Hey, admitting you don't have all the answers isn't a weakness, it's how you build real trust. Star 4, be radically consistent. People need to know which version of you is showing up each day. That consistency, it's the absolute foundation of trust. Star 5, be proactively generous. Give your time, your knowledge, your help without ever expecting anything back. And finally, Star 6, be mutually accountable. This is where you create a culture of we're all in this together, sharing the wins and the work. Every single one of these actions is a tool for connection. This quote right here really just gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? The whole goal is to shift your mindset. You have to stop thinking about protecting yourself and start thinking about how your connections can lift up everyone around you, which, by the way, includes you. That's the real secret to unshakable leadership. Now, hold on. Before you run off and try to tear down every single defense you have, we've got to add a really crucial point. The goal here is not to completely eliminate self-preservation. I mean, we all need a little bit of it just to function. The real key is finding the right balance. You can see it right here on this spectrum. On one end, you have too little self-preservation. That leads straight to burnout. You've got no boundaries, and you just become totally ineffective. On the other extreme, which is what we've been talking about, you've got too much. That's a one-way ticket to isolation and mediocrity. The goal, the sweet spot, is right there in the middle. That's where you find unshakable leadership, strong but also open. And this is the perfect way to think about it. Stop picturing your defenses as some impenetrable stone fortress. Instead, think of them as a permeable membrane. A healthy boundary that's strong enough to protect you when you need it, but flexible enough to let the good stuff in and out. Things like ideas, trust, connection, and even a little vulnerability. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. You don't have to demolish this wall overnight. That's not realistic. The journey to becoming an unshakable leader happens one small, intentional action at a time. So thinking about your own leadership style right now, what's just one brick you can decide to remove from your wall starting today?